Hey there, friendlies. How's up? Welcome to the Bevies, Blades, and Bushcraft live stream where we got some bevies, we got a blade, and we will at one point tonight discuss some bushcrafty stuff. Before I check out the side chat, I do just want to do the housekeeping, which is the part where I say, if you are watching us, time shifted to tomorrow or next week or next year or whatevs, thank you for your eyes. Thank you for the comments I see popping up in the doobly-doo down below the video window. If at any point tonight you decide you really love what's happening, I would appreciate a smiley thumb. If at any point tonight you kind of hate what's going on, that's all right. You can drop me a frowny thumb, and that works just as well. And if you would like to take a more active role in keeping the lights on in this channel, then I do encourage you to check out the join button down there somewhere. There you will see the 2 tiers of membership, as well as what each tier gets you for your hard-earned cash. Very reasonably priced, by the way. And so I do not have a reading. I do not have news. I do not have anything. I would like to say, though, that the busy time for my wife's job looks like it will be tapering off, so I will actually have some time to breathe. So let's see who's hanging with us tonight. Where are my specs? Oh, there they are. Okay, so who we got? Who's hanging? Let's see, we got 19 people. Hey, 19 people, so how many people are thumbs upping? I have 8 thumbs ups. Thumbs upping? What does that even mean? 9 thumbs ups. Thank you, for whoever is doing the God's good works. So at 7:30, which is probably right after I actually set up the live stream, we had Peanut Trucker, Chris parked and waiting. Going to be a rip-roaring time tonight. I do, in fact, hope so. Country Boy dropped in the first of the smiley thumbs, which is nice to see. Thank you, Country Boy. Oh, good question for Chris. Where are you tonight? You're in Rollins, Wyoming, just running the snow country this week. Grace Martin in the house. By the way, Peanut Trucker and Country Boy are both channel heroes. So thank you, boys. Thank you, guys. We got Grace Martin in the house saying hi. The waiting room is very full. Yeah, okay, so I did the clickety-clack to get this thing started, and this, every now and again, it sort of, you know what, peace out. And it's not the camera, it's the no-name brand. It's like a power adapter that goes into the battery compartment. The one that Canon makes is A, expensive as shift, and B, hard as heck to get. So this is like an Amazon special by one of the Far East companies. Well, it might even be the same company that makes the Canon one, right? But anyway, so every now and again, it's like, you know what? I know it's live stream time. Let me make you just a little furious. But hey, we're not furious now because I got everything to work. I was a little late, but not too bad. Canadian in the house. I mean, this is still, you guys are all way before I was even on. How's it going? How's it going, mister? I'd like to play guitar with that guy. Well, I don't play guitar, but Peanut Trucker says in Wyoming is pretty. Went over the Bighorn National Park. It was a little slick this morning over to Cody, Wyoming, then south through the Wind River Canyon, and it was spectacular. That's a really nice part of the country down there. We got Memorex in the house. How's it going? How are you doing tonight? We got channel hero. Come on, foo. There we go. Christy hanging with us. Let me just show off tonight's ablution. This is by Trestle Brewing Company. This is the Arrow Pilsner. Now, I'm not a big into Pilsner, but I am absolutely, as a good, let me hide the face. As a good Canadian, I'm very into the Arrow. Whoa, that was close. May the arrow rest in peace. Canadians are still pissed about that. Now, I'm as I said, I'm not much of a Pilsner guy, but I'll give it a try. If it stanks, then maybe I'll run off screen for a few seconds and go and get an innocent gun or something else. I got some cool stuff. I bought several cans while I was in Ontario for a funeral recently. Yep, that looks like a Pilsner, all right. Shall we give it a tasty taste now? Smells like a Pilsner. It's a Pilsner. Pilsners remind me of like, why did that just happen? Pilsners remind me of like living in Vancouver. Like my dad was always into stuff like that, or he was drinking like O'Keefe Extra Old Stock, or um, um, I'm thinking of something else, but like it's a Pilsner. Or these days he's very into IPAs. Um, O'Keefe Extra Old Stock, great beer taste. Anyone remember that? When he and my mom were still together, they used to drink Carling. I'm putting a bright side on this silly Pilsner. But anyways, long live the arrow. Well, it's gone. It's dead. Everyone just saying hi and being great peoples. Jerry may hold on. Jerry may start to sleep because he was at a massage, so he's super relaxed. I will try to remain interesting enough that you don't fall asleep on it, Jerry. Mark Davidson, how you doing? Mark Davidson has the channel hero icon, which makes me very happy. I don't know how many of you guys still have memberships that were gifted from Al. I'm not complaining about that. I'm just, if anyone feels all awkward because I'm calling them a channel hero, don't. If the icon is there, you're a channel hero. Period. There's no judgment here. Memorex is asking how many people are from the Montreal area. We used to have a few, but now I think it's just you and me. Yeah, I think it's just you and me. Like, there's a bunch of Ontario, right? Canadians somewhere in Ontario. Even the guys where I know where they are, I'm not gonna. Canadians in Ontario. Actually, not a lot of Ontario in the side chat yet. It's mostly Americans, I think. There's Beto. How's it going? How are you doing tonight? I was about to say everyone say hi to Beto, but you're all saying hi to Beto already, so never mind. Oh, you've got Russell's in the house. Okay, so there's 2 Ontario in the house tonight. There's Marcus. Happy Tuesday, Marcus. We got us some Sean in Alaska in the house. Hey there, Sean. Memorex, yes, there's a huge strike going on here right now. 500,000 out on strike. It's our nurses, our teachers, school bus drivers, everyone who the government has been treating like garbage for the past decades. But I will not go into it because some people are anti-union and some people are pro-union, and everyone's gonna be like, politics. But yeah, I have a couple of in-laws who are on strike right now, and one kid who's out of school, but she's with her grandmama up in Oka. I'm just sort of trying to get to. I want to make sure that I'm not Can we just forget that that just happened? I'm trying to see if I'm missing anyone. I said hi to Marcus, right? And I am now finally at 9. I'm running late here, people. Sorry about that. Got peeps saying, oh, there's Pam. How's it going, Pam? Nice stove. There's Hike with Mike. How you doing, Hike with Mike? How's the weather down there? Marga, I don't have a reading tonight. I'm gonna get back on that. For the past couple of months, my wife's job has been very busy, so I have had very little time. But that is the busy time should be tapering off. So Kristen says that tequila always works. For what? I'm not sure. Oh, Kristen's feeling. Pam is feeling a bit better. Yeah, Grace, I did figure out how to. You know what? I'll show you what was wrong. I was going to do a like an addendum video to my wick changing video, but so on a lot of these things, hold on, Sean, I think we're starting the bushcraft speed dating. So let me just, Grace, you don't mind if I hide your comment, do you? So that I could get more space. So on a lot of lanterns, I'll put my face behind it so that it focuses here. So yeah, on a lot of lanterns, what you can do is just sort of grab that whole assembly and turn it and it comes off. But on these beacons, it's just press fit. So you got to really reef on it because it's old. And in fact, I really had to go on it with like a mallet because it wasn't really rusted closed, but it was closed for a long time. Anyways, I can't get it on. But for these beacons, what you have to essentially do is grab it and just like work it off. I had it off. There we go. Hold on. Hang on. Now, if I do this just right, I'll push it up with such force that it'll shatter the globe. There we go. Right? You see that? I can't see. You see? Like I popped it off. Like you got to flip this back in order to get absolute access. But there it is. You just sort of, it's pressure fit on there. So that's how the beacons work. And I did not know that. So I'm going to, see, it was rusted off. Rusted just a little bit. I should probably clean that up with some kind of anti-rust schmutz. There you go. Whoops, I just pulled it right back off. Okay, there we go. So what I was doing wrong with this, I mean, my benefactor contacted me and said, sorry, I missed your video. You probably weren't turning this enough. So like, oh yeah. See, here's the thing. Like, I turned it until I got a little bit of resistance and then I was afraid of breaking it, right? So after he said that, there we go. So much better. Oh, rats. I'm trying to turn it without taking my thumb off the hole. Do you think I can open a quarter turn? Sorry, I'm not getting this. So I'll open that a quarter turn. There it is. Like it's got to sort of burn to but here's the thing, like I don't want to leave it burning for throughout the entire like I don't want to give it too much juice here. Hold on, let me just yeah, I'm gonna shut her down. So nice though. All right. I will turn that down. Turn it off. There we go. The missus is gonna be like, "What was that smell?" I'm just so jazzed I got it to work. I'm happy. All right, I'll put that right there. So that's our lantern discussion. Hold on, let me just see. Buffering. Rats. I shouldn't be buffering because I'm wired on this. Yeah, I think Al has decided to avoid tonight because he's so angry that we're not doing a reading. Lord Vader in the house. Vader, I am almost finished my Christmas shopping. You'll be happy to know. Yeah, Hammer's not here. So, what are we looking at right now? We got 28 watching, which is good. Wait, no, hold on. Let me reload. We got 28 watching and 18 thumbs ups, it looks like. Christy, you haven't even started your shopping. Thank the gods for Amazon, I would say. Everyone just saying hi. Man, I am really behind. Sorry, folks. Hey, there's Skip. How's it going, Skip? Nice to see you. Marcus, not everyone has. Because right now, we're still at 24 people watching now and 18 thumbs ups. I guess I scared 4 people off with my lantern lighting skills. Hey, I didn't burn down the house. Burning down the house. Carol, how's it going? Carol is a channel hero. Check out that beautiful little icon next to her name. Keeping the lights on around here. So I think we're at the beer pour. There's Memorexes. I'm commenting on either the beautiful piece of aeronautical history on the label, or maybe he likes Pilsner. This is not going to go down in history as my favorite beer. I mean, it's better than like a Budweiser or something, but bleh. Add some lime cordial to that Pilsner. It will be yummier. I haven't made any lime cordial in a while, but I should. Yeah, I should have done that. I should have looked at that can and thought, I gotta make me some lime cordial. Rats. That would have been awesome. Destiny is asking if I got the wick lit. Yes, I did. I did a very short live stream where I lit that one and couldn't get the Coleman lit last week, I think. Hike with Mike. Excuse me for a second. Hike with Mike says Swamphead Brewery in Gainesville, Florida has a good selection of beers. There's we are living in an absolute golden age for craft brew, but I think we've sort of reached peak craft beer. Like I think we're already starting to see some consolidation and some of the more noticeable local guys getting bought out by bigger companies and stuff. Russell agrees with me about IPAs. I often say that IPAs are never mind. Looking at the Saw from Canoe Hound's show tonight. I haven't seen Canoe Hound's show yet. What's the Saw? They were I'm not sure what these two guys are disappointed by, but Christy's saying hi to Linda. Destiny's off to get a drink. Nice. Not started Christmas shopping. What is with you, folkies? Look at that. Serge is here. Yes, you missed the pour. This is what I poured tonight. Oh, trying to hide my face. I because it's all mirrored, for land's sakes. This is from an Ontario brewery. Arrow Pilsner. After the fabulous Avro Arrow. Tim Keegi in the house. How's it going, Tim? I'm not sure what dressed to the right means, but I'd say. Just I'm trying to catch up here, so I'm skipping past like people saying hi to each other. You show how the bulb comes out. No. Tim says that Christy is saying hi to Christy. Tim says he asked a Tesla driver what type of fuel he uses today. He was not amused. Hey, all power is solar power if you think about it. If I were to buy an electric car today, and I would, if I had money, I wouldn't buy a Tesla. They haven't like their cars still look like, I mean, their cars, you can buy a Tesla today, and because they've done no work on design, it looks like a 10-year-old car. I'm not rewarding that with my money. Also, that man is crazy. I love it, Serge. Hi, everyone who said hello to me. I'm too lazy to add everyone. Fair enough. You should be able to take your finger off. Yeah, I wasn't sure about it. Tim is eating. Yeah, okay, so Memorex is agreeing that there's a check valve. Yeah, Country Boy is like, yeah. It was just I just, I felt a little resistance, and I figured that's as far as it went. That's it, I was so afraid of breaking such a magnificent gift. Magnificent, right? And I was so afraid of breaking it, like especially on camera. It's like, look at this great thing, snap. Because it's vintage, right? This is, I mean, this is restored. This is a restored vintage lantern made in Canada, and it's as old as I am. It was made in May 1972. So I didn't want to damage it. But I guess it's because I'm so used to accidentally breaking modern made stuff. It's like, come on, make it better. That I get a little gun shy. Yeah, it didn't blow up. 12 days. Yeah, I got to find some things for the youngest daughter. I'm pretty good on for the oldest, but no, I wasn't. You know what? Oh, maybe I was going to burn down the house. Oh, no. I was prepared. I did not want to light that thing for the first time inside my house, but I had everything here just in case someone asked me to light it. Tim also likes Wyoming. I've never actually been to Wyoming, but everything I like, all the pictures and vid I've seen of Wyoming makes me kind of want to, you know, camp there. Oh yeah, Pam, me too. That would have been highly embarrassing, and the missus would have been highly unamused. Serge has thumbs up from 2 different accounts. Thank you for doing the God's good work. Yeah, yeah, Marcus. I did have a certain feeling in my stomach, like, please don't go south. Russell is reminding us that he was first lighting a lantern live, and I think that you did that on purpose, just to take the thunder, take my thunder, steal my thunder. That's the word I'm looking for. Take the wind out of my sails. Christy says, I don't have to chop for Christmas. Oh, I don't have to shop for Christmas. None of my immediate family need it or want anything. My kids get a need transfer to help them pay ridiculous rents because that's how it is here. Yes, that is how it is there. Yop. Shop for it. Jeez, I'm not even drunk. Destiny says to Chris, she's at home, so no driving. By the way, loved your latest video. Those drivers need the hammer down on them. I haven't seen the latest video. I will go and check that out after we're done here. No, what I'm saying is I wouldn't. I don't think that they're putting the work in. Right? That they're still thinking like a technology company. So like everything is plugins, right? You know, you can have the self-driving element for an extra $6,000 or whatever the heck they're charging. Maybe it's not that much anymore, but all they're thinking about is software updates. Well, okay, and they just put out a Cybertruck, so it's not like they've been sitting on their laurels. But like the Polestar is a cooler looking car, you know. Um, you can get like plug-in let's face it, I would probably do better with a plug-in hybrid or any kind of hybrid, right? So that I can, you know, show up at Russell's place to camp again without, you know, dying, you know, a third of the way there on the side of a road with no charging station. I'm just saying that when Tesla started selling the models they're selling now, they were kind of the only game in town, right? And now there are a lot of electric cars available in Quebec. I don't know about, you know, Wyoming, but I know like in Quebec and in Ontario and in British Columbia, there's a lot of electric cars available. So, you know, and they're not all, well, some of them are really spendy. Like the Polestars are in the same price range as Teslas, and you know, there's Fisker. They're expensive as hell. There's Lucid. There's a Lucid dealership near my place, and they're like high end cars. I mean, if I was to, I saw a Rivian on the street 2 weeks ago, and they are spectacular looking. Um, I did see, I think Consumer Reports or someone says that their reliability is garbage though. So, and they're expensive as a shift. Christy only has 3 daughters. Oh, only has 3 daughters. Bought dad a new computer early. Wow, nice. Grace says, guys dress either to the left or right. Important for tailors to know so you get a comfortable fit. What are you guys talking about? What is dressing to the left or the right? Where does this concept come from? Oh, nice. Serge put his name on an Ioniq 5. Should get it in 2 years' time. Yeah, the waiting list on cars right now is, crazy. Peanut Trucker likes Elon Musk, so he would buy the Tesla. Grace is so correct. I don't know this. That's what our next 5 minutes is going to be about. Somebody tell me about this dressing to the right or the left thing. Marcus, almost an antique at that age. Oh, wait. Are you talking about the lantern or are you talking about me? Hey, look who's here. How's it going? How's it going, mister? Russell, I pickpocketed him of his thunder. Susie Q said we had a summer thunder and lightning storm in December. What? That has never happened in the last 60 years in the northern USA. A summer thunder and lightning storm in December? Because when you first said summer thunder and lightning storm, I thought, okay, Australia, but you're not. So what do you mean by that? No, you mean like it was the kind of storm you get in summer, but you got it in December? Yeah, they're cool. I used to really want the was it the Model X? With the goose wing doors and everything. Hold on a second. Leather guitar strap from Country Boy and the quality refrigerator lantern have to be the best gifts ever. Yeah, absolutely. I'm very lucky. I don't want to get all maudlin on you guys, but you really did me well, man. And yeah, the Rain Dance Bushcraft logo on the lantern is a really nice touch. Absolutely, it's so well made. Like it doesn't. The restoration job is so good that it looks brand new. It doesn't look like it's been restored. It looks brand new. So damn nice. I love that era of equipment. I mean, I know that progress means that like recent stuff is, this is better than that, LED, blah blah blah. But there's a magic to a 72 or a 68 era lantern that you just, especially because one thing you definitely get with newer lanterns and stuff is more plastic, more lightweight materials, less of a solid feel. I haven't really touched a new Coleman, but I have touched some other more recent sort of this kind of gas lantern, and this one here feels much more solid than a lot of the stuff being made today. And I wonder if that's a function of, as an example, the sailboat that I used to crew on was a 30-foot French built, mid to late 70s, first 30. That's a Beneteau first 30. And because they didn't have computer design for sailboats back then, everything was over engineered, right? Everything was over engineered. Everything was more solid than it necessarily had to be. I mean, the boats are heavy, whereas modern day boats have much thinner materials because they really have sort of, the boat will stick together in material that's down to this thickness instead of before in the 70s and earlier, sort of, you got to make it solid, right? And I feel that there's a certain amount of that to old camping and outdoors equipment and stuff that benefits in it's not quite intangible because we're talking about the feel, but like it benefits in like a conceptual way, I guess. Like, an old lantern like this just feels so good in the hand because it's so solid. And maybe it's too heavy. Maybe the materials are too thick for what is needed. But there's value in picking up an old thing and feeling the heft of it and saying, yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that gets lost in like the progress. Like that gets lost in the modernization of materials and of design. Like, this compared to the Grumman, right? It's perfectly like the plastic handle on this is maybe better in a wet hand than the wooden handle of my number one. But you know what I'm saying? Like progress, no. I want it old school. I want the rosewood handle. In fact, I don't even want the what is it, bone or is it horn? No, I want the rosewood handle. I want the original. I think I'm talking too much. There's lots of Rivians there. Yeah. I've only seen a couple, and I don't think they have a dealership here necessarily yet. I really like them. I would want the SUV one, but they're expensive, man. And there's an option for sort of a slide out camping stove and cooler thing, but it's like a several $1,000 upcharge. Funtbucker, I'll let you come on when you feel like it. Destiny just got 2 ads. Oh.
You were in a roll. I didn't want to jump in there.
Yeah. Okay. So guys, Sean's been dealing with this as well.
You gotta turn them off during your live stream. Either there's 2 ways to handle it. Either you turn it off. What's going on with my hair? Come on, man. Either you turn it off or you schedule them for a specific time, like a pee break. Yeah, you're having a worse time.
My hair, I just can't get it to.
So what you could do, Jess, is like schedule one for 10 o'clock and just say, okay, pee break coming up. I'll be back.
I think that's what I'll do, just to sort of grab some control back. Like, yep. I'll do a pee break at 10 o'clock. Because doing a special feature at 10 o'clock is a Russell thing.
Yeah, your special features are ads.
Yeah, exactly.
It took me a while to put this one together. It's an ad for tampons.
Yeah, the thing is, Serge, I don't know what the hell they're talking about either. Dressing to the left or the right. Maybe it is something like that.
I don't know. Is it a political thing or is it a...
I don't know.
Do you swing left or do you swing right?
But they're talking about dressing. I don't know. Oh, it looks like Memorex is out. All right, everyone say good night to Memorex.
Good night.
Who retracted a message? Who retracted a message? Serge has one of the last pieces of merch I ever put out until I decided, I'm going to wait till I've got like 5,000 subs or something. And because it used to be like, there were a couple of guys who used to hang out and they were constantly retracting messages. So I finally created a shirt with the retract message and then this little brackets. And I think Serge is one of maybe 2 people who bought that shirt.
Ah. I like that.
Yeah. When I get swag going again, I'm gonna re-release that shirt.
Message retracted. Yeah, I should put together a bunch of stuff. I don't do it for the money, obviously, but
yeah.
I mean, it's just fun to have pea soup or...
Yeah. Absolutely. Serge has been behind the wheel of a Model 3 and a Y, a Volt, a Bolt, a Soul, and an Ioniq 5. You enjoyed the Ioniq 5 best. That's quite an array of.
That is. Ray was telling me about Tesla, and I don't doubt that Ray knows his stuff. And he was telling me how this is the thing I like about Elon Musk's companies. They buck the mold, right?
Yeah.
They, a new car company comes along and says, okay, well, this is the way cars have been made for decades. Let's make a car like that. And Elon is like, no.
Yeah.
Same with the rockets. That's, why can't we use our boosters again?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you can't recover them. You can't recover them. Stuff like that. Ray was telling me how now they're working on a new thing where you take a car. Typically, the way cars are made, and somebody can correct me because I don't know anything about cars really, but you stamp like 150 different pieces, and then you spend the time bolting them all together, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, now they're looking at like doing it all in one shot.
Yeah.
And I
Just
said to Ray,
3D printing it?
I said to Ray, what are you talking about? Like they're stamping them or something? He's like, no, they're pouring them. And I forget the term he used, but imagine that you pour something under a stupidly high pressure, but it saves you putting 150 pieces together. And that's the reason I like his companies.
I think they're also looking at instead of having the big battery on the bottom, sort of fitting it into the frame somehow.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Destiny hasn't bought a property yet. Lots of off-grid ones, often surrounded by great crown land, but no water or on or nearby. Oh yeah, I think water is important.
I agree.
Country Boy doesn't like the arse end of the Ionic 5.
If it, like City Girl will say, if we're going to buy a property or something like that, she wants a water feature.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't really. Obviously, a gurgling stream would be ideal, or a little waterfall, or
Yeah.
We got a pond, so. But I think water is important too. Like even if you're just looking at it from a shaft hits the fan. I had to remember which word I had to replace there. From a shaft hits the fans scenario.
Yeah.
You might need water one day, right?
No.
But
you could technically take from the pond and just boil it down, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's I could strain it through something and boil it, and it would be fine. It'd probably taste like really awful, but
what's that bag called? The filter bag that you see a lot of British bushcrafters use? Because it was originally like an SAS thing. It's not called a Morris bag, is it?
Oh yeah, brand name? I wouldn't know. But I tried a gravity filter bag. They're garbage.
It just
worked great for a day.
Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna find it.
Yeah, it was like afterwards I was like, this is pretty much a disposable,
right,
water filter. It's only gonna work for a day or a weekend or whatever. But
yeah,
after a day it was dripping so slowly that it was like.
So it was totally clogged then.
That's what I figured. Yeah. I mean, there was no other reason for it.
Oh, a Milbank bag.
Milbank
bag.
All right.
Have found a genuine British Milbank 5-gallon water filtration bag. I shall now share it on screen because,
sure.
Why not?
Water filtration is one of those things.
It is. Used British Army Milbank. So that's what it looks like. And
used.
Yeah, you look at this is definitely vintage. Look at that.
Well, is it like did they put a new filter in it or something?
No, the bag is. The instructions: soak the bag thoroughly by squeezing underwater. Fill the bag to the top of the bank. Fill the bag to the top with water to be filtered. 3. Hang up and allow water to run to waist down to the level of the black line. 4. Place water bottle under bag and fill. This should take about 5 minutes. 5. Afterwards, wash any mud off the bank and replace in pocket. 6. Sterilize water in water bottle using tablets from sterilizing outfit. NB. If filling is slow, repeat soaking and squeezing underwater.
I'm surprised There's cross contamination going on there, of course.
Milbank.
You're supposed to squish it underwater in the water you're supposed to filter. Yeah, there's going to be some cross contamination, but I guess if you're using pills anyway.
Yeah. The thing is, what it's doing is it's filtering out solids, not like giardia.
Yeah.
Right.
Sediment.
Yeah. It's a sediment bag.
Mm-hmm. See, that would be okay.
And then you're using whatever. Then maybe you would boil it down, or you toss in some tablets or a little bleach or something.
I wonder if you could just throw that thing in a washing machine just to clean it, turn it inside out or whatever.
I'm pretty sure.
Huh.
Yeah, absolutely sure.
Neat idea.
Jim in the house. Audi just getting here and driving home. I think that might be a spelling error.
There might be a couple in there. Yeah. Just getting here, driving home. And driving home.
Yeah.
So
out of here and just driving.
Out of work, just
something like that. Christy, at least you're not working. Yeah, Fox, Cliff, it's a filter bag. Once done, you just boil your water and presto, clean sanitary water. Exactly. So like, the reason I brought that up is because I was thinking about the water in the beaver pond. Like what you want to do first is get the solids out, and then you can just boil it up.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And see, that's the thing. Like that's the big thing is that I can deal with the giardia, right, or the spectrosporum or whatever the hell it is, but the center is like it's because it's a stagnant pond, right? It doesn't move. Yeah. It's not flowing anywhere. Nothing's flowing in. Nothing's flowing out. It's just full of sediment. Just full.
Country Boy says it looks like it was a speech to text.
That's what he does. Usually it works better than that, though. Either that or he just bought an Audi and
and he's showing off. Hey, I got an Audi
that he bought driving home.
So maybe he did just buy a fancy new car. Maybe
fancy new Audi. Yeah. So is Sean Alaska still here?
He better still be here. I'm doing this entire live stream just for him.
You're a beautiful man, Jess.
I am.
You work out?
I've got a good heart. Yeah, totally do. Of course. Come on, look at me, man.
Okay. Yeah. So I was thinking, well, Sean wanted to do the speed dating thing earlier. I'm thinking, if we could find a single woman and who's silly enough to go to Alaska.
All the single ladies. So, in the
Linda? Oh wait, she hooked up with somebody.
Right. In the spirit of just keeping to a different topic every 5 minutes or so, I still have one of my prize packs left because one of the people who won never contacted me about it.
Oh, talk about it again. What's the prize?
One cold steel Canadian belt knife. One fire piston. One survival bracelet. Jim, was there something else in the prize pack? No, that was it, right? I sent Jim something extra, just a little thing, but I think he's decided he might do a. Did you guys hear that? I think he's decided he might do an unboxing, so I'm not going to talk about it. But anyways.
Okay, well, Christy asked for it, so oops.
Yeah, okay. I guess I can send it to Christy. Christy, send me your address, and I'll just send it to you.
There you go. What a winner.
I mean, there. Grace says, "What contest? When was this? Was that my?"
We just had it.
Yeah. It was like a wicked ass time ago. Was it like my 10th anniversary live stream?
Hold on, that's a joke. Why do I find that so funny?
Try howdy with. I don't. I think he's talking to his phone. Yeah, Peanut Trucker says that. Peanut Trucker says that Christy should win. Okay, yeah, Christy, send me your address and I'll send it out. Country Boy says, "Whoops, no, that's Destiny." Country Boy says, "Christy, you teacher's pet, you." Whose teachers bet you? What?
I'm still laughing at what Jim said.
Right.
I don't know why that's so funny. Anyway, congrats, Christy.
There we go. All right.
Hopefully she won't get hit with any duties and taxes. Is that Canadian made or American made or something?
Who the heck knows? Look, everything's Chinese made, right?
Is there? Well, no, that's not true. You
Canadian
know, I have
belt
a knife
knife?
sitting. I have a knife sitting right here that was made in,
Canada?
a Russell Roman.
Yeah, but this is a cold steel, so I'm assuming
they're American, are they not?
Yeah, they're from Grand Prairie, Texas, as opposed to Grand Prairie up here.
So they might buy the metal overseas, but maybe they.
The thing is, in order to tell you exactly what this is made, I have to actually break the seal on the box, which I'm not willing to do.
Does that say Canadian belt knife?
Yeah.
Perfect. Made in Canada. It must be.
And this is definitely made in China. This is a fire piston.
Isn't there a way to send gifts without duties and taxes? What if you put a value of 0?
In order to send, Christy, this is important. In order to send anything, Canada Post needs, do you know the value of the thing? Fine. The address I'm sending it to? Fine. The phone number of the person I'm sending it to. I cannot complete the shipping manifest without the phone number of the person I'm sending it to. I do not know why, but like poor Jim, like, I was like, oh, I need this, and then I spaced calling him about it because I space everything. I don't know how this fire piston works. And like, so it needs the value of the items, whether they're a gift or a sample or whatever. This fire piston's pretty cool, actually.
I get that all the time from brands.
Yeah.
But I won't give out my phone number, so I'll do something like, okay, the number is 416-911-1234.
Okay.
I think that dials 911.
This is a like a little hole through.
So is that where you?
Yeah, you bam. Yeah.
I've never used one of those yet. Can you send me one too?
Sure, I have to buy it first though.
I'll just buy one on Amazon. How much are they?
$20. The one that I sent Jim was really freaking expensive, but they don't make that one anymore.
What are they called again?
$30. It's called a fire piston.
Fire piston.
I believe this one was $30, but I saw some for $20.
Oh, okay. So there's metal ones and there's wooden ones.
Yeah.
They seem to come with some horsehair.
Well, because the idea behind the fire piston is that you stick a little bit of something burnable, some kind of detritus. Like some of them come with like a little plug or two of char cloth or something, right? And
yeah,
you put that in the
thingy.
In fact, see the very first one there? That's $36. That's literally the one I bought.
It only has 4 stars, Jess.
Well, I'm gonna give it an extra star.
Although, I like a wooden one looks nice, but it's only got 3.5 stars.
Yeah, I wonder what only 3.5 stars? No way.
I wonder how many of these, like, if they didn't get 5 stars, I wonder how many of those are like, I couldn't make it work. Not that it doesn't work, but I couldn't make it work.
Yeah, I had a hard time making it work.
It is $13.
Yeah. I don't remember how much I actually spent on it, but I think this one was around $30. But I mean, that $13 one is exactly the same, right? So why would you spend $30 when you can spend $12?
I guess, yeah. Rise before Christmas. I can buy myself a Christmas present.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. Yeah, so what you do is you slam it, but you have to pull it out right away. Context is key here. you slam it and you remove it immediately, because what's happening is the slamming creates the friction that makes it to like whatever 6,000 degrees or whatever the hell it is, and it ignites the char cloth or whatever. But then you have to pull it out right away so that it gets a little bit of oxygen to keep it burning. I like to make it actually come to life, and then you stick it into your combustibles or your bird's nest or whatever.
Oh, geez. Okay, so it's $13.26. If I want it before Christmas, then it's $25 shipping.
Well,
if I'm okay with sometime in January, then it's free.
Yeah.
They're doing the whole Christmas thing.
Pam says, so for the rest of the chat, do we start our sentences with car brands? Buick. Oh, no. Toyota, good idea, Pam. No, Volkswagen here. Volkswagen. Pam, you're right.
Volkswagen.
Whiskey Harbor in the house, saving us from the car brands. How you doing?
Wait, is a car masculine or feminine?
Do
you have to think about it, or is it just because it's like a muscle memory?
Right now I have to think about it because I've just had some booze. It's masculine.
You have to go. Yeah, okay. I'm convinced it's one of those muscle memory things. It's not something that you learn. This is masculine, this is feminine. It just, you get used to saying this, la that.
Yeah. I kind of feel that voiture might be feminine though. No.
No, then we get into.
Oh, God, why are you making me question myself?
That's what I do.
That's what it's all about. I see where it's coming from. How'd get you a wooden one then?
Howdy.
Serge says that the cold steel Canadian belt knife is made in Taiwan.
Damn it, Serge. Serge.
He knows everything.
It says Canadian right on the packaging.
So there. Cliff says instant compression of air molecules. Yeah, boom, and then it lights. La Tesla. Yes, la voiture. La Toyota, if you will. It sounds like Latoya Jackson.
Okay, is it La Google or Le Google?
Oh, it's got to be Le Google.
Le Google.
It's got to be. Damn it! Now I kind of feel like I have to get my Becherel out and start flipping through.
We're in our 5 minutes of French, guys. So
okay, 5 minutes of French is now over. Moving right along.
We'll get on to something better.
Yeah. Hey, it's
join in.
It's 10 o'clock.
Oh, did you turn ads off?
No, I'm saying it's 10 o'clock.
Oh, what are you having?
Don't know yet. I'm thinking. I think I'll just do the Auchentoshan today. 40% alcohol by volume, so I'm not blasting myself into smithereens if I have more than one. Such a boring tram.
You're using up your bottom shelf there.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing. Because this is a scotch that my wife bought me for by accident. She said she sent me a picture from the LCBO in where the hell was she? Hawkesbury, I think. Snapped a photo. Any of these interest you? And I circled one, and she accidentally grabbed the one next to it, and that was the Auchentoshan.
Well, it's nice that she thought about you.
It's a 12-year. Do you have any whiskey? Or are you out?
Yeah. I'm having some Black Label right now.
Black Label is for the difference in price, it's remarkably better than the red, eh?
It is quite a bit better than the red, yeah. It's more than twice as expensive, but
Is it that much? Is it that big a difference?
I think so. I can check right now if you want. It's all online.
I'm not sure what Cliff is saying here as Lugal, folks.
Lugal. Yeah.
Oh, Lugal. It's Lugal. Okay, I get it.
I think he's. I think Cliff is challenged.
You're such a brat. Wow. Jim, I didn't know that the Renault sold the car there. But yes, I definitely remember those. Get a lot of brown sugar, vanilla caramel. But it's not a highly complex dram by any stretch. Am I on the right side of this screen?
Yeah, you're on the right.
Okay.
Double. Oh, see, there's all this. Okay, this is really confusing. There's Johnny Walker Icon Black, and then there's Johnny Walker Double Black.
Double black is a little smokier, and it's supposed to be like all the things that make the black, but more so.
And then there's Johnny Walker Black Label Scotch Whiskey. Oh, it's a huge one. It's the 1.75.
1.75.
Okay, Johnny Walker Black Label Scotch Whiskey, $7.50, which is what about $63.95. I thought it was more expensive than that.
Yeah, in the 40, and the red is in the 40s, right?
I guess I was $37.95.
Okay.
I thought it was more expensive than that, but I guess not.
Country Boy is going to have a rum and eggnog. I won't mention the brand because Roussel is a rum snob. All right.
I'm not a rum snob. I mean, I make rum, but
yeah, I want to make allspice dram. Do you guys know what that is?
Allspiced what?
Allspice dram. It's like a liqueur that is impossible to find here in Quebec, but it's a good component in a lot of different cocktails. So you start with like a white rum, like a cup of white rum, half a cup of ground allspice, a cinnamon stick, some water, simmer in a pot, let it cool. Love life. Cliff says, "You telling me not one of you fancy drunks up there watched Hot Tub Time Machine?" No, I don't even know what that is.
Not yet. It's on my list. Fancy drunks? What does that mean?
In Tennessee at the airport, Steve paid $21 for Black Label for me for a drink, and I had 2 of them. Oh, like for a yipes. Okay.
What else was in that?
Jeez.
They put gold shavings in that or something?
God, they better for $21 for a dram of that. Holy snap.
Were there pearls at the bottom of that?
That's expensive for Johnny Walker Black.
That's. I once had I was out for dinner with my dad, and my dad left when I was 6, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I rarely saw him, but I was out for dinner. I was telling him I like pork, so he bought me a bottle or not a bottle, just just a glass of port, but it was 100-year-old Taylor Fladgate port. At the time, it was $16.
Oh.
But that was in the 90s, so it's probably like $40 now. But
yeah,
God, it was good. It was really good.
There's a pub here. It's an English pub, but they've got like 750 kinds of whiskey. So what I'm thinking of is going there to try some of the stuff I just can't afford, but I kind of want to know what it tastes like.
That's a lot. Like I mean, their inventory management must be a pain in the butt.
It's computerized up the wazoo. They probably have like just a wand, like a scanner.
Yeah.
I see ads for those on Instagram on my whiskey channel sometimes. Inventory management using your cell phone, like it just beep the barcodes.
Well,
want me to do that again? That. Was that irritating, Russell? Beep.
A little. Yep.
Beep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Trial version.
Beep.
But I mean, that wouldn't tell you. I mean, that's just scanning barcodes. Whereas you've got all these bottles of alcohol that are open because
I see
people are
what you're
buying
saying.
stuff. right? And how much is in each, and you got to,
Yeah.
because when it gets down, as you said before, like you got to bottle that sucker down, right?
Well, maybe they pour through, donuts, whatever the technical term is. Like when I worked in a bar, they just called it donuts, right? You put it on the end of the bottle,
Yeah, I
and it
get it.
measures out a specific pour.
But still, I mean, you got to know when you're getting low. No, they can't do that. They can't do that for how many bottles? No, they can't do that.
Yeah, no, it would be remarkably expensive. Yeah, so that part of the inventory management they probably still do by hand. It's like, okay, we're down to the last third of the bottle. Buy another one.
Well, we're down to the last third of the bottle. Push it to customers.
Mm-hmm.
Mark it down 10% and push it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
There's a 25-year-old Ardbeg that I would love to try, but I'm not spending $1,500 for a bottle. You know what I'm saying?
Have you contacted them and just say I'm kind of a big deal?
Yeah, I got a whole 380 subs on my whiskey channel. Oh, okay. Jim is out. All right. See you later, Jim. I
Good
hope
night,
you like
Jim.
the package.
I hope that we finally got a comment from him that made sense. I wonder what the other two were about.
I'm not gonna give him a hard time.
I will.
You're such
Jim.
a
Brat.
brat.
Such a brat.
Oh, that's where my silky went. Okay, good to know.
Yep, I got a silky around here somewhere. I still got my. You know what I've been using? One day I swear I will actually use this for carving, but I ran out of pine twigs, so I was like cutting up some kindling out of pine tongue and groove. It's sharp.
I like it. I like that axe. I think it looks really good. Is that one that you got from Lee Valley?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
It's just it's so. Like I've got another hand axe that would just slide right down if I did that.
Got to keep them nice and sharp.
And it's just, yeah, just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful axe, and it's not yours. Yeah. And I'm gonna pour something in. See a man, but it hurts. I'll be back.
Okay, I'll try to be hilarious while you're gone.
Good luck.
Yeah. Oh well. Now that he's gone, we can all just talk about him. So, nobody told me about this dress left, dress right thing. Am I gonna have to look it up? Is that what's gonna have to happen here? How do you hang? Which side do you dress on? Oh. It is exactly what we thought it was. Okay. All right. Fair enough. I don't know this thing. Maybe we don't. I mean, I don't know this term. I don't know that term at all. I don't think we use that here or something. I don't know. Hold on one little second. Sorry, my daughter is showing me her Duolingo score, so I have to I really do have to put her in her place here. So I'll be right back, folks. I mean, you gotta, right? You gotta put your daughter in her place when she's all, look at how well I did. Yeah. Take this. Take this. Boom. Okay. Yeah. And I say, boom. I just got to make her feel bad about herself for a second here. We're good. We're good. Done. Look, there's some real value to making your daughter feel like dirt. So now that I know what dressing left and dressing right are, I don't feel like I needed to know that. Mm. Mm. Good old
What
whiskey.
I miss?
Not much. I was telling hilarious stories. I was regaling them with stuff. I did look up what dressing right or left means, and it does mean exactly what we thought. It's what side of the pants your dongly bits are on. And I didn't know there was a
Okay.
term for that.
We should do a poll.
Okay, what are we polling? What's the poll?
What to talk about next live stream?
Okay. But why would this be a poll?
Why not?
Well, because shouldn't I have options then?
Polls are fun. Well, of course. Let's come up with some stuff. So next, I mean, are you going on Tuesday, the 19th?
I don't see why not. I'm also live streaming on my other channel on the 17th. I'm doing a whiskey tasting.
Well, we don't care about that. But so the 19th is your last live stream before Christmas.
Yeah, so I will most likely not be live streaming on the Christmas. So, we already did the.
You're not going to live stream on Boxing Day?
I would love to, but I probably won't be available. Family. So, what should we talk about in the next live stream? So, we've already done the "What's your Christmas list," and that would be way too late for a Christmas list live stream anyway. Christmas plans.
Maybe we could look at cabins that are dressed up for Christmas. Christmas pictures.
Christmassy cabins. I'll add another option. So I have Christmas plans, Christmassy cabins. Christmas plans sucks, eh?
You could also say like just holiday plans.
Yeah, holiday plans. Yeah. What's another one?
New Year's resolutions, but if you're not going, if you're not going live on the 26th, then you won't be live again until the new year.
Yeah, which means I have to remember to update the copyright notice on my stuff. What else? Hold on a second.
With a focus on, when we're talking about plans for the new year, or with a focus on bushcraftian stuff. Is that the word? Or is it bushian crafts?
Let's start that from the first word again. Say the whole sentence again.
So, holiday plans with a focus on bushcraftian. Man, you won't get me to say that again in an hour.
Okay.
Yeah, you won't have enough characters in there to put that in.
But I can
cheat. You can cheat. Serge is leaving. Good night, Serge.
Okay, good night, Serge. Hit the rack. Or as he said, hit the sack.
Holiday planner.
Peanut Trucker's out as well. Good night, Chris. Everyone say good night to Chris. Oh, I can't add anything else.
Yeah, you only get 4 slots. Stupidly.
So should I change like simple holiday plans to holiday dinner plans? Because we have bushcraft / outdoors holiday plans as well.
Maybe just holiday food.
Holiday food. Perfect. Okay, I'm starting the poll. Ready? And now. Everybody, go. Was that like...
Oh, I can't believe you typed Xmas-y.
I was trying to keep the... I didn't know how many characters I had.
You had more than that.
So much truth.
All right, I'll vote.
I haven't voted yet. I'm not going to vote, though. I'm going to abstain. Ooh, I almost ended the poll by mistake there.
Yeah, don't do that.
No, I will attempt to not do that. That would have been embarrassing. So embarrassing.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Wouldn't. Absolutely.
Like that time you closed my live stream.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking of.
Just says, I'm gonna go to
Okay,
bed.
bye.
Everyone. Boom,
If I'm not going to be here, nobody's going to be here.
I'm like, what? Everybody in chat's like, what?
And I had promised to use my powers for good.
Everybody starts as Superman and ends up as the Joker. It happens.
Absolutely. Yeah. Hold on a second. I just saw something interesting that Mark Davidson said. All the lantern content recently caused me to get my old 2-mantle propane model. Having trouble finding replacement globe. Any suggestions? Yeah. Hey, I'll tell you one thing. It's expensive. Like the globe that I bought for the lantern that Russell sent me, cost me $76 for the globe plus another $30 in shipping.
Why did you have to buy another globe?
I don't know. I just felt like a new globe. I just thought, you know what?
With a globe.
Yeah, it did, but I didn't.
It was red. He didn't like that.
Yeah, that was it. I didn't want a red globe. It just looked too angry. Mark, what's the model of your lantern? Do you have the model number? Can you put that? Can you punch that in right at the bottom there?
It came with an angry globe. So
an angry globe, so I had to calm it down.
Take action.
Yeah.
Take matters into my own hands. Yeah. You screwed up the poll, by the way.
How?
It was supposed to be New Year's plans, New Year's bushcraft plans, or outdoors plans. Not bushcraft outdoors holiday plans. It was going to do bushcraft outdoor stuff on the holidays.
Oh no, I can't edit the poll either, right?
No, you can't edit it. But it looks like holidays food is winning anyway.
Well, come on, who doesn't like holiday food? Although I'm not a big fan of turkey. To be straight, like I think there's a million things that would.
Well, okay, we're not talking about it now, but let's talk about it now. What are you doing for Christmas dinner then?
Okay, not to steal the thunder for my next live stream, but I'm French Canadian, right? So there's a huge supper on Christmas Eve. We call it a réveillon, right? And it starts with food and then just sort of turns into like dancing and drinking way into the night. That's the traditional thing here. It's Christmas Eve is when the big food happens. But because there's an English side of my family as well, what we do is on the 24th we do a réveillon at my mother-in-law's, at the Mrs.'s mother's out in Oka. And they're from her mother's family's from Gaspé. So it's a lot of seafood, a lot of like escargot and saumon and the red things with the clip, with the
lobsters,
stuff like that, But they'll also do a tourtière, right? And like a traditional Quebecois tourtière is what's going on? Well, it's because I couldn't remember I was thinking homard, but who the hell knows what an homard is? But like they're also gonna have tourtière, right? It's a traditional, and this straight up traditional tourtière is like game meats. So like it's a tourtière with like some moose or deer, whatever my stepfather-in-law got that year, with a little pork or beef and stuff like that in there as well. But then on Christmas Day, we go to my sister's place for like turkey, stuffing, cranberries, potatoes, fudge, Yorkshire pudding, the stuff. The red things with the clippies. But guys, he knew what I was talking about. And I was trying to say claws.
Like, well, maybe he's talking about Alaskan crab.
Right. Country boy says you didn't comment and you threw it down. Well, shut up. Okay, so Mark Davidson says it's not a Coleman, it's an American Camper Model 1042, I think.
Go back up. Go back up one.
Go back up one.
A couple comments there to Mark's other comment.
This one?
Yeah.
So I was just gonna say, like, well, what the first thing I would do is I would search.
Oh, I'm sorry. You read that one earlier. I'm sorry. My bad.
I'm trying to help Mark here. You just keep getting
Okay. Just cut my pay then. Cut my pay.
It's garnish you.
Fine with it. I'm fine.
American what?
I will provide the donuts in the green room.
I do like donuts. I will admit I do like a donut. I like a Boston cream. I
love a Boston cream.
Double chocolate, maple
Double
glaze.
chocolate. How about apple fritter?
Apple fritter. It's funny. I never order it, and I'm always like apple fritter. What? But then, like every time I bite into one, I'm like, why don't I order this all the time? American Camper. 1042, did you say? I'm asking Russell for help, and he's not doing it.
I'm trying to think of the guy on Futurama that's the lobster, and I can't remember his name.
I have only ever seen one episode.
Oh.
This might work. I don't know what this worth point is that keeps showing up, but worth point is the so something like this might work. That was already bought, but what I'm saying is you can American Camper glass replacement lantern glove part number 945. Here is this for American Camper 1042 and 1043 double mantle propane lantern, and it'll also fit a Coleman. So that's what I would do, man. I would just do an online search find it, buy it, love life. That's what I would do.
Wow, that get hitty really fast. Yes, it was Zoidberg. I can't believe I couldn't remember his name. That's so weird. The old Jewish guy somehow trapped in an alien lobster body.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, Mark, that's what I would do. I would look up eBay. I don't know that site that I just used. I don't know it. It was the first one that popped up. You might end up spending some money though. You probably won't spend as much money on that as I did on the Hurricane Lantern, because these kinds of that Hurricane Lantern is quite vintage. I looked it up and it's quite old. I don't remember now because I've been drinking, but it's quite vintage. Whereas these Colemans and those American Campers are a little more sort of recent.
Yeah, that Coleman lantern is the best gift anybody ever gave you.
I've been so good. Like 2 lanterns. One was yours. Did you send me that lantern last year or this year?
I gave it to you when you came here.
But was that last year or this year? That was last year, right?
That was last year, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a good trip. It was so good to be away from the damn city. Yeah, I've been really lucky with getting some really cool stuff. What do you...
I wasn't... My mic picks up everything.
Mm. My daughter picks up everything. We have to wash our hands.
If you hear something like a squeegee on a window kind of thing, just ignore that.
Okay. Grace Martin likes to make Boston cream pie. I've never made one. I would like to try. What I would like to try this year is I would like to make... Did you just say wait?
Is it a pie? Is it a pie or is it a cake?
I think it's a pie. I don't know what she's talking about. It's not a cake. Why would that be a cake? This is Boston cream pie.
We were talking about donuts, though.
I know, but I said Boston cream. Now, a Boston cream is not called a Boston cream at the Tim Hortons outside of Quebec. What the hell is it called?
French? You mean the French translation?
There's a donut that has a name outside Quebec, and in here it's called a Boston cream. specifically because the name outside Quebec has some sort of Canadian connotation. So there's a marketing problem here, and so they call it a Boston cream.
God. So it's a separatist thing.
It's the same thing as when Loblaws came in here, bought Provigo, changed the name of all the stores to Loblaws, and suddenly lost like half its business. So they had to change the names back to Provigo because that's a name that people are familiar with here. It's whatever. I don't think about it. Apparently Grace says that they call it a pie, but a cake is like the primary ingredient.
So Boston cream. Okay, I gotta look it up because.
Yep. So what I was going to say before I was so rudely interrupted by Russell is I would like to try making eggnog this year. I think I'm going to try it. I think I'm going to video it when I make it.
Oh, wow. The Boston cream pie looks really good.
Does it?
That's,
I haven't.
That's the thing for me now.
Oh, I was about to look it up, and then I just came across an American Camper glass lantern glove. Okay, Boston cream.
All right, I got it. I got it.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's not what I thought a Boston cream pie was.
All right, hold on.
Ooh.
Well, it's like a Boston cream donut, except it's a. Well,
yeah.
That's a cake. Let's be honest. That's not a pie.
That's not a pie. That's not a pie.
I mean, it looks like a donut, but in cake form. No?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure, I'd eat that.
Yeah,
I would tap that, my friend.
Yeah, I would as well. Maybe it's not the Boston cream donut that I'm thinking of.
What?
Well, because one of them has like a name in Canada and a different name in Quebec.
Oh, you're still talking about that? Okay, got it. Is it apple fritter?
No, it's one of the cream filled. It's a cream filled donut. Because they have Boston cream donut in Tim Hortons in the UK.
But this sounds really important to me. Like if I'm ever going to Quebec, it feels that I might need to know what this is, how to order this donut.
I should look up timhortons.ca, Canada English, apply, yes. Because obviously the viewers are so interested by this stuff.
Is it an eclair?
No.
Because an eclair is pretty similar to a Boston cream.
Yeah, but it's an eclair.
Maybe they don't like the word Boston.
Boston. Look at who's saying a joke. I'm just looking for the menu. Stop telling me.
Oh, God. I got to tell this story sometime about my call to my credit card company.
Well, why don't you do that while I'm looking for the donut?
Because it will take longer than that.
Okay.
And it will drive everybody insane.
Okay. Tim Hortons.
So I'll do it on my live stream.
Okay. Let me just see. I looked up. Dum. I don't know. I'll look it up later because now I feel that I'm boring everyone.
Anyway, it was Zoidberg. Thank you.
Good old Zoidberg. I had completely forgotten that.
Remember the episode when Fry had this great big metal pipe stuck right through his chest, and he goes to see Zoidberg. What's the problem? My metal pipe hurts.
No, what?
Yeah. I'm not telling you. I'm telling Scott because he'll. You should watch Futurama. It's got it's not as good as a lot of the other. Are they still called cartoons? I don't know. I get in trouble for calling them cartoons, but it's got its moments.
What's wrong with cartoons?
Oh, that's what they. People aren't calling them cartoons anymore. It's like a
What?
cartoon is Bugs Bunny.
Really?
I don't know. I don't know what the definition of cartoon is anymore.
Huh.
Scott says another ad.
Yeah, I
Chrissy
just got
says
one too.
another ad.
I think
You,
we're all getting it at the same time. I love it. I'd eat
you
that no matter what they call it. Goat be damned.
goat.
Where's Destiny? That's a quotable. That's a country boy quotable. She had another one earlier from, I think, at my previous live stream where he told me that my stream of consciousness needs a beaver dam. Which is amazing. Yeah, I think we all got the ad at the same time.
Okay, pee break.
Okay, you go first.
No, I meant that if you get an ad, go do a pee break, guys.
Yeah. Okay, if you get ads, it's like watching TV, right? You're watching whatever Star Trek or G.I. Joe or I don't know, Gilmore Girls or something. Ad comes on, everyone like bolts for the bathroom.
Hey, Joe or Gilmore Girls.
I don't know. I'm trying to sort of,
You're just drawing out the shows from your memory that you really enjoyed.
My wife likes Gilmore Girls. I absolutely had a crush on the mother in that show.
Oh wait. So does your wife watch
Lorelai.
it in French or English?
English.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, English. Yeah.
So her English is pretty good.
Well, when we met, we were both working at Starbucks. You cannot work in a Quebec Starbucks without your French and your English being quite good. Okay. In fact, little deep dive into Jesse's history here. Is this a whiskey story or is this a tea story?
This is a rabbit hole story.
It's short. I'm also short.
I love that sound, by the way.
Yeah, it's a good sound.
Jesse just farted, in case anybody wondered.
So when we first moved back here to Quebec after because I spent my formative years in Franco, Manitoba, a little town called Saint Boniface, right next to Winnipeg. I don't know if it's still a French town. They got forced amalgamated, so I don't know. But when we moved to Montreal, thanks to the magic of parental divorce, the little Quebecois kids in the schoolyard, because I was like in grade 3, made fun of my Manitoban French so harsh that I did not speak a word of French outside of a French class environment until I was in my mid-30s, burnt out of tech the first time and working at a Starbucks where I had no choice but to bring it on back. And I made sure to bring it on back, at a Quebecois because there was no way that I was going to go through that again.
Wow, that's a long time to bottle that up.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And it was like, and it wasn't just like the kids, like the teachers let me write my letters larger on the page and they explained to the entire class that Jesse was here from Manitoba, so the handwriting might not be so good. My handwriting, by the way, is garbage. It's awful. But yeah. So, so I really had to bring my French right back up to speed working at Starbucks. Even though I had like 2 Francophone grandfathers and 2 Anglophone grandmothers, both grandfathers had like anglicized their families in the name of opportunity.
Yeah.
So yeah. And the missus, I was about to use her name. Stop drinking, Jess. She also improved her English working at Starbucks. Like she'd done school English, which ask any American or Canadian from outside of Quebec. You learn French in high school and then you forget it. It's no good.
Oh
so
yeah.
We both improved massively while dealing with the public. Yeah. Why are we talking about that?
It's a rabbit hole.
It was a rabbit hole, and I don't remember where it came from. But anyways,
it came from another ad.
Oh, because I said Gilmore Girls, and I had a crush on Lorelai.
Oh.
You asked me if the missus watches in English or French,
Oh,
and
no,
it took me a
nice,
while to. It took me
nice
a minute.
background.
Eh? Yes.
I said, yeah.
Just sort of drawing it back, and I'm gonna tie it up in a bow. The reason it took me a minute to figure out is because I don't notice what language someone's watching something in, because so often it's an English show in French or vice versa or whatever, and it kind of almost depends on the day. So like it takes me a minute to sort of, because you don't notice
Hmm.
when you're not always watching in the same language, right? When it's flipping back and forth all the time, it just sort of all becomes background noise.
Hmm.
Like you don't pick up on, oh yeah, we're watching this in French. You're just watching it. Like there are certain shows that we always watch in French and certain shows we always watch in English.
Mhm.
And Clémence will decide day by day. Sometimes she wants to watch Gabby's Dollhouse in English and sometimes in French. Totally depends.
I'm so jealous of people like that. Like your daughter's gonna grow up like fluent in English and French with no accent. I'm so jealous of people like that.
Yeah, Camille's already like that. She does not have to think before switching languages. Like she'll be telling me something, you will not believe what happened today, blah, 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 blah. And her mom will ask a question and she just flips without even pausing, and continues the conversation. And like
Yeah, I
neither her mom nor I have that, because we didn't grow up perfect, like completely bilingual.
I had a long time ago, way before I met City Girl. I had a girlfriend from. She was in Toronto, but she grew up in Blainville,
Oh yeah,
Quebec. And
that's very close to me.
I went to Saint Eustache. I went back to there was a wedding. Her sister was marrying into another family who was from Italy.
Okay.
And so I went back, and I was like, "There's total culture shock for me." I mean, absolutely everything was a culture shock. But the groom's family, being Italian, they speak they spoke fluent Italian,
Hmm.
French, and English. Like they just ramble from one to the other to the other, and they had a little bit of an accent because they had that Italian accent. But I was like,
Oh,
"Damn,
they had the
that's
Montreal Italian accent. Is that the
probably."
one? Yeah.
I don't remember, but
There's a huge story behind the Montreal Italian accent and why it's not really shared
and
outside.
wait, is it mafia related?
No, it's government related. I had a professor in school at university, who was integral to that story. Because what happened was, this
Wow,
might be boring. I'll try to make it quick. Um,
very
back
fine.
in the day when the Parti Québécois first came to power in Quebec, they brought in some language laws, and what that meant was, like, the entire Italian community, they had Italian schools and stuff, and all that was outlawed by the new language laws. And so all these schools went underground, and they were being like a Saturday at so and so's, in so and so's living room. And so they were all being taught by, not by actual teachers, but by, someone's grandmother who was from the old country. And so these kids were being taught, like they were just surrounded by that kind of that accent. And it sort of turned into, like, because it wasn't the only influence, right? There was the sort of the Quebecois influence and the Anglo influence and everything. So it just turned into this accent. And Greek Montrealers have the exact same accent for some reason. But anyways, that's why there's a unique Italian Canadian accent because the Italian Canadian community in Montreal are almost all like speaking Italian and then English rather than French. But because of when Italian immigration happened here, most of it was from before Italy got turned into one country with the Roman dialect being spoken everywhere. So, like, there are Italian Canadians who've been here and speak Italian every single day and would not understand would not understand perfectly everything being said to them if somebody flew over from Rome or whatever, because there are these ancient sort of dialects still being spoken in certain parts of Montreal that are essentially extinct in Italy. 24-hour Jessathon. Man, that would be boring after about 20 hours.
2 minutes. Oh, sorry, 20 hours.
Now you listen to me. Grace says, I only speak English fluently, but I know conversational Italian, Spanish, and German. If I try to speak in any of those 3 languages, I find that I start mixing the others. Must be quite confusing. I used to have a girlfriend from Chile, and she took German, not with me. We were both taking German at the same time in university, in Cégep, actually. No, university, but she was in a different class than me. And she kept, because she knew how to speak Spanish, because she grew up with it, she kept messing with like the way the J is pronounced, saying a Spanish J, and the teacher would be like, it's not Spanish, it's German. So yeah, it's funny, Grace. I like that. I could not hold down a German conversation today. I could at one point, but not today. What time are we at? Ooh, we're at 11:15. So anyone want to say anything hilarious in the last 14 minutes of the show?
Is Christy still here? Did we lose people to ads?
Grace says another ad. No, but that was at 10:35, so that was 15 minutes ago. Country Boy says, I speak English truck driver, tradesman, and sailor, fluent in all of them. I used to speak tradesman. Christy is still here. Hey, I'll be right back.
Oh God, a little warning would be helpful. Damn. Okay, so let me. Christy wanted to see Christy's thing. Let me. I'm just gonna look up Christmas grid cabin. Oh, of course, Sean James' video comes up. I'm just looking for images, guys. Not YouTube, not Pinterest, because Pinterest sucks. Wow, I got nothing. Wow, I clicked on a thing and it gave me nothing. I'm really sorry. I've tried so hard to set an example. Open image in new tab. There we go. Well, that this is such a disappointment. There you go. Look at that's so disappointing, isn't it? I'm sorry, I tried. I'm seeing but one ad, and that was at the very beginning. Bam, have you got YouTube Premium? I'm betting you do. I know that a lot of people don't want to spend the money. A lot of people complain that it's a free service, so it should be free without ads or some shit.
Trial version.
But
speaking of free services,
YouTube Premium. Oh, but you saw an ad at the beginning. Yeah, YouTube ads are a bit weird. How they decide when to show an ad. Like if you've been watching YouTube videos on another monitor while this is going on, and maybe you saw some ads there, you might not see any ads here. Liz, how are you liking that? How are you liking that?
Well,
that's good.
It's okay, but I mean, I'm there, so I may as well just
get rid of that shit.
Yeah, once I get down to about there, finish it off because it's going to go bad.
It's going to go bad. Is that what you said?
It doesn't go bad, but what happens is the alcohol dissipates. Like if you have this much air in a bottle and this much booze, it's going to lose its life within about 2 months, 2 or 3 months.
I would love to test that.
Do it
Is
with
it the
something
taste
affordable.
or the taste
Yeah,
or the
yeah.
alcohol content?
Well, the alcohol content evaporates because there's so much air in the bottle, and so it ends up tasting kind of flat.
Yeah.
Which
See, I have a device to test that, so I will test that because I don't believe you.
do you have like an alcohol tester? Of course, you
Yeah, of
need one.
course. It's a hygrometer. Yeah, I have
Yeah.
one.
He's got a hygrometer. Yeah, but you know what I have? A working
What
Coleman
kids?
lantern. I need to get like 3 more hurricane lanterns. I want to like next time the power goes out, I just want to be like, hey, forget your candles. Look what we got. Boom, boom, boom. Light them up. And then like write a bunch of letters using a quill pen or something, to just meet the motif of the evening. Pam does not have premium, but she has YouTube TV. I do not have either.
I think she's talking about she has a TV that has the YouTube app. Maybe.
Oh yeah, probably. I think my TV has the YouTube app. It's Grace, by the way, I missed said, my German isn't so great. I once told a friend that I was hosting a little girl instead of a chicken. Because that's amazing. Yeah.
Oh, there's a really, really bad joke in there. A really bad joke that I'm not going to tell. This is not my live stream.
One of my friends, also at Starbucks, was serving someone once, and they asked for a whatever chocolat show, a hot chocolate, and so he asked if she wanted la crème frottée on it instead of crème fouettée. Now, crème fouettée is the Quebecois term for whipped cream. The French term is awful. It's crème chantilly. Every time I hear crème chantilly, I just want to. But crème fouettée is whipped cream. It's like literally whipped cream. It's an anglicization. Crème frottée is rubbed cream. So he said, sorry, but like it's just he said crème frottée, and like the customer's face went like, and his face went like, oh, like immediately they both went bink, right? And he's like, oh, I can't get that back. She heard it because he immediately knew, and so of course she started laughing, and he started like sheepishly laughing. It was just a beautiful moment to witness.
Since you didn't say any of that.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is when I did an image search for Christmas off-grid cabin,
yeah,
one of my videos came up. Christmas at the cabin.
That's because you're big news, man. You're big. You got like 60,000 subs.
Well, that video only has 12.8 thousand views.
Fair.
But the thumbnail is nice.
Gotta have a nice thumbnail. Country Boy, it's not. I mean, it's.
Oops.
What are you doing? Christmas at the cabin. Look at that. So, wow, look at those thumbnails. That Christmas off grid. That's a good thumbnail. You see that one with the little cabin with the sort of.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They're all good, but they're links to YouTube videos, so I can't click on them and well, without some work to bring up the thumbnail.
Yeah, I get it.
And then there's Sean James.
Sure, good old Sean James.
Yeah, roast turkey in a primitive oven. That's his video for sure.
Yeah.
The Outsider.
I saw. I think it's Bushcraft Canada is selling a really tiny solo-sized outdoorsy Dutch oven. I was like, well, I need that. And then I looked at just how small it is. It's like a 500 milliliter Dutch oven.
I I think this can is 500 milliliters.
Yeah, it's like, you know, you're making yourself.
Nope. This is less than 500
No,
milliliters.
It's like,
Putting an egg in
wow,
there.
that is small. That's like making
egg
yourself a tiny little stew, which is probably about as much as I should be eating, but because I'm a fat funker, save that in the last minute, in the last second there.
Fat shifting funker.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if at least it was a 750 mil size, I think that would be better. Like making a little bread, like making a little loaf of, you know, bread. Like
This
I
is
was gonna make some
750
bread.
mils.
Yeah, that's 750.
Yeah,
Huh? Crazy.
pretty sure.
This is 750, right? Although maybe this is 700. A lot of this is a 750 ml bottle.
There you go.
You know, your Coke bottle is 750 unless you buy the liter.
Not a big loaf of bread, but it. Oh, look at that, champion. That's balling down.
Yeah. Gray says, "Oh no, that doesn't translate well." You are so right. 500 mils is like a cup. Isn't 500 mils 2 cups?
Maybe. Yeah.
Isn't a cup 250? Or am I wrong? Yeah, 500 mils. So you can make 1 Yorkshire pudding. I mean, but it is sold as a solo Dutch oven. So I mean, there is that. Make a little tiny, like a hamburger bun.
It's one of my beefs with grocery stores is they don't sell single serving. Like 99% of the a lot of the time I'm just buying for myself, right?
Yeah,
I don't need a big package of something.
Yeah,
need a simple serving size.
Yeah, that's the thing, you know. Like if you're alone, you don't need 8 sausages. You need like 3, maybe even 2.
Wow, sausages?
Maybe it's just only like 6, maybe. Some for tomorrow's lunch.
6.
So maybe my example was bad, but you know what I'm saying? Like you don't need. Supermarkets are aiming for families, and if you live in Quebec, 50% of families are divorced, so they should be making smaller amounts. 56%, something over 50% of marriages in Quebec end in divorce.
That's sad.
Yes. Yeah, I'm not going to miss that bottle, and I'm not going to replace it. I mean, I'll replace it, but not with the same bottle. I have some whiskeys that like I'm buying that again. This is not one of those.
You gotta eliminate the bottom shelf.
Yeah, absolutely. Grace says vacuum seal and freeze what you don't eat right away. Absolutely.
I got a good.
You got a good? Okay.
I got a good beer.
I could really go for some brie.
I have brie. I bought some brie today.
I bought brie last week, but then I did a smashed potato with brie and bacon thing. So I no longer have brie. I do like brie.
I'm not eating my brie.
Okay, don't you use that brie now.
City girl wanted the brie, so.
Country boy says. And by the way, Yorkshire pudding made in a cast iron muffin tin are the best. Cast iron muffin tin? Excuse me while I add something to my Amazon list.
Cast iron muffin tin. That's very interesting. By the way, can you close the poll?
Yeah.
Let me have a sec. I don't think I can do it.
I was just waiting for you to remind me.
Where are you now?
That's totally it. Absolutely. Okay, so I have ended the poll. Oh, the poll's disappeared. Okay. What should we talk about in the next live stream? Holiday food is 42%. Christmassy cabins is 35%. That surprises me. Bushcraft/outdoors holiday plans is 14%, because I blew that one. And New Year's resolutions, thankfully, is 7%. And I say
because you also blew that one. Yep.
I didn't blow that one.
You blew the last. You blew those two. It was supposed to be New Year's bushcraft outdoors plans.
Yes, it was.
So you blew the last two.
No,
Did you enjoy it?
You know, I. Shut
Oh,
up,
I forgot
Justin.
to. Oh, shoot, this is the one with the bulb. Okay, here we go. I'm having a winter ale again, which is the wonderful
Alliance?
chocolatey stout.
From the that's
Gran-
False Creek, Granville
Gran-
Island.
Granville Island Brewery.
Wow.
Yeah, somebody mentioned Granville earlier in Florida, and I was like, what? Cast iron 8 impression biscuit pan.
Cast iron
So,
muffin tin or cupcake pan for baking biscuits. 7-part. I love this idea.
I
They
love it.
cost so much more than usual, though.
How hard is it to clean? I got
It is cast iron. It's of course it's going to be hard, but it's worth it because it's cast frickin' iron. I had never even thought of a cast iron muffin tin. Now, even though it makes no sense, I really want one.
Put it on your wish list.
I'm going to add it to my wish list. I mean, there's no reason for me to add this to my wish list. There's none because it makes no sense. Bush and YouTube stuff, bar stuff, kitchen stuff, or reno ideas. Probably not going to be reno ideas. Kitchen stuff? No, that's a bushcraft thing, right? I'm going to cook with cast iron over a chestnuts roasting on a
yeah,
wood
but
fire.
the chances of you using it in a bushcraft setting over your kitchen are pretty slim.
So I'll add it to the kitchen stuff as well. In fact, I think I have almost nothing in my kitchen stuff. Cast iron.
Was it? Do you add that to wish lists, or do you add that
Yeah.
to you have different wish lists?
Yeah, I have one for bushcraft and YouTube stuff.
Okay.
Do I have to explain this to you? Okay, hold on. Bush and YouTube stuff.
Well, if somebody's going to buy you something, you don't want to make them go through 3 different lists to look at stuff.
Yeah, you're
Just
right.
one list.
But I mean, I use it mostly to keep track rather than asking people to buy myself stuff. That's why I don't have it, pinned into my my video descriptions or anything.
Sorry, was there a real doll on there?
Real doll? No.
Never mind. Okay.
Maybe there's one down here. No, shouldn't be.
Maybe add one. I don't know.
A real doll? No. What?
You never know. You never know.
I just don't understand you. And I have one for bar stuff, right? Because that's not bush stuff. It's very simple.
Okay.
Then I have one for kitchen stuff, which has 2 molcajetes that are no longer available. Shit. So I'll have to find another molcajete and put that on there.
So you have 2 items on your kitchen list. You should put
there we go.
New kitchen. Can you put a new kitchen on your kitchen list?
A new kitchen? No, I don't need a new kitchen. My kitchen's good. I would like to replace the
you don't have enough
doors.
counter space.
True, but that is a function of having too small a house.
Exactly. New kitchen.
Handmade Mexican mortar and pestle. Okay, I'll add this one to my kitchen list. Boom. There we go. This is so boring. I'm sorry, guys. This is so dull. Oh, a tortilla press? What? Stop it. Close the buttons.
No, just get a waffle iron.
I have a waffle iron, but it doesn't have I can't replace the
cast iron.
No, it's not cast iron. Ah, shit.
Is it one where you pick it up, you turn it, and you put it back down?
No, it's a plug-in one. You're saying I need to get a cast iron one for
you have to have a propane stove first of all.
I have a propane stove. I have a 2-burner Coleman.
No. Those first ones, no. But what's that? Rome
Industries.
The one on the left.
This guy here.
Yeah, does that one?
Old fashioned.
No, I don't know. Does that turn and stuff?
Yeah. You pick it up and you flip it over. Look, boom.
Okay.
Wait. All right. I'll add this to my wish list, but
it's only 4 stars.
That I would only use outdoors, though. I would not use that in my kitchen. So I'll add it.
Well, then don't put it on your list. If you got stuff you can use in your kitchen.
But it's good to have it on my bushcraft list because then I can do waffles out in the bush. Hello.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? Whatever.
What else? Whatever. Hey, what? What? Hey? Okay, let's see what people are saying. Grace has some Swiss on standby, which is a good policy to have.
Cheese? Are we doing a cheese run?
That was cheese. My grandmother had one that I ended up with. I'm pretty sure it was at least 100 years old. It disappeared. Oh no, country boy. Oh, that started so well and ended so awful. Much like marriages in Quebec, at any rate. Speaking of cheese, Neves have been trying to find an affordable source for my favorite cheese. Leer Dammer from Holland. Cheese is $16 ish a pound, but then shipping and handling is about shipping and handling can really kill it.
God, $16 a pound and then $50 for shipping.
Yum. Country Boy said that the $75 one top right is the one most similar to what I had. Ad number 3. What? Yeah, I saw an ad too. I have a window open behind this one. That really pisses me off. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do what Russell said and set it for like 10 p.m. from now on, and then like 11 just to sort of shut her down with an ad to piss everyone off.
Well, that would be a post ad. You can do pre ads and post ads, and one at 10, a mid ad at 10,
At 10, and then yeah.
Just beware. Just warn people it's coming up.
Yeah.
So set alarm.
Set alarm
on your phone, like 10:58, and say, "Oops, an ad's coming up. Get ready to pee."
I did it again.
Get ready to. Oh,
sorry.
I let out a fart. I'm just that flatulent.
Really? Is that something you've been working on?
No, that's the way I've always sang that song.
Really? I have not. Although, Survivor by, was it Destiny's Child? I've been like, I'm a survivor. I lit a fire. I'm not going to continue, but you know where I went.
I do that. I do that all day long. I don't know the lyrics to songs. I really don't. I just have the song in my head and I just start singing whatever it is.
Right. Oh, hold on. Pam's out. Good night, Pam.
Pam.
Everyone say night to Pam.
Great stove video, Pam.
I like that stove, Pam.
I love that stove.
Actually, before you leave,
I think that stove.
You want that stove? Are you coveting the stove? You need that.
I don't want that stove. I need the stove.
Here's the thing, though. I think that what Pam did to sort of, when she put the foil to close in the cooking part of the stove, I think that stove needed a design with some flaps. I like as soon as like when she was unboxing it and she showed, or wherever she showed like sort of the area for the cooking part, I was like, that should be close-inable. So I was interested when some flaps, something. But yeah, I like that stove too. And the price that she spent on it, okay, that's American dollars, but it was a lot more reasonable than I thought.
$260. It's an awesome price. I assume the whole stove is stainless steel. It looked like it was.
Yeah. I think it's been discontinued though, hasn't it?
Well, she said.
Somebody said
they don't make them anymore, but
yeah. Damn it. So we're not going to get the stove, Russell. We're not going to get one.
What? We'll get one. We'll get one.
How are we going to get one?
You know how we're going to get one?
How?
Through effort.
Effort. Yes, she says it's all stainless. Destiny says...
I'm going for cheese.
You're going for cheese? The cheese stand's still at 10 p.m. So bonsoir tout le monde. Y'all make my day. May your cheese always be fresh and your tea hot. God bless and bisous. Good night, Destiny. Have yourself a sweet sleep. I'm going to have some tea. Russell, why are you getting cheese, man? It's after 11. I'm supposed to be shutting this thing down. It's 23:09, so we'll go to 23:15, but then I'm shutting her down, okay?
Getting cheese, that's why.
Good old cheese. I do love me some cheese. Pam says, oops. Pam says, what's that song? It's not Pam. Someone says, They still make others that are similar, and they have a Canadian distributor now, I think, she says. That's good to know. So I'm assuming, Russell, that that's like a $500 stove in Canadian bucks.
Yeah, probably.
Like $450 maybe. Because like the difference in price between Canada and the United States is never just the exchange, right? It's the exchange plus the fact that we don't meet the same economies of scale that, like, say, New York City does. You know?
Yeah,
That-
so like a direct exchange rate between U.S. and Canadian would be like 30%. But I'm with you. That's going to be like 100% markup. Somehow, duties and taxes and whatever, it's going to be 100%. It's going to be at least $500.
At least. And Pam says that it's more in US bucks now too.
Oh,
And Pam, you got that from Norway, you said? I found that interesting. I bought my wife a coffee advent at okay.
you bought her a what?
A coffee advent calendar. But I had to order it from Denmark. I mean, it arrived in time and everything, but I do love me some Scandinavian stuff. So Pam's Pam did say that her stove was from Norway, right?
Something like that.
Yeah. You know, there's a company here in Quebec that makes tents and stoves called Atuk. The tents are apparently second to none, but the stoves leave a lot to be desired. So I would not buy the stove, the locally made stove. I would buy the Norwegian stove instead.
You should get some cheese, Jess.
I'd like to, but I mean, we're at 23:11. I'll get some cheese right after 23:15 when we shut her down for another week. Another week. How are 19 people still watching this crap?
It's not another. Wait, is it another week? Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. It's another week, and then it's like 2 weeks after that.
Yeah. Country Boy says Quebec. LOL. Did I say Quebec? Sort of blue collar French, like Montrealers, use one of two pronunciations for the province of Quebec. Really old schoolers, like guys who used to work, out in the logging mills and stuff, would have said Quebec. But there's also Quebec because of the QUE. I guess that's like Q. But yeah.
Well, the English part of me says Quebec, whereas remember that girlfriend I was talking about way back? She said Quebec.
Yeah, Quebec. Absolutely.
So I've always said after that I always said Quebec.
Well, I can see why people would say Quebec, right? There's a QUE.
No.
But yeah. Ian, the web lord, says, watching because we love you, Jess, and Russell too. You guys are getting a twofer every Tuesday night after 10. You get the twofer. You get the Bob and Doug McKenzie show, but like the B-list version.
You know what's
I
funny
probably can't do that. Did you freeze?
Did you freeze?
I think you froze.
Yeah, that's me.
Was it?
I'm still kind of low.
I'm still standing. So what were you about to say before I so rudely interrupted you?
Hold on, I'm waiting for my internet to improve.
Okay. We'll all just sit here and wait for Russell's internet to improve.
Bye.
Anyway,
what were we talking
about? Ian the Weblord saying, watching because we love you, Jess and Russell too. Or we were boring everyone with the Quebec thing. Quebec.
Yeah. Yeah, similarly, Canadians call an island in the Caribbean Antigua.
Antigua, yeah.
It's a QU, right? But
right.
You hear any of the locals pronounce it, it's Antigua.
Really?
Yeah.
This I did not know. Antigua.
Yeah.
Okay. I shall now, because I'm a snooty little bitch, call it Antigua from now on. There's another thing, like, you know how people are like, Torontonians say Toronto, whereas people who don't live there say Toronto. There's a very similar one for Montreal, right? Like even my dad, I mean, he went native when he moved to BC. He calls my city Montreal, and many people do. But the localers, this is not a term. The locals on the English side say Montreal, like it may as well be pronounced it may as well be spelled MUN. But in French, there's something real similar. If you ask someone from France to pronounce the name of this city, they'll say Montréal. And man, the locals, you may as well just leave the N off. It's Montréal. That's it. Montréal. Montreal, Montréal.
That's fascinating.
That's it. There's no way you will ever hear the N in Montreal in French in this province.
Montréal.
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah.
Montréal. Yeah, it's funny because City Girl, she took French all through high school and right into university.
Yeah.
So, but her French is a Parisian French. It's a
it drives me freaking nuts. It drives me nuts. Like, how many people go into English class in a school and like come out saying, "Yes, well, I found that the class was a little bit twee." No, we're taught North American English, which and so why the hell they saddle? Because, dude, if you walk down the streets of Montreal with some Parisian accent, you're an asshole. Done. Point final. Like if they know that you're not from France, it's a weekend instead of the fin de semaine and all this stuff. It's like, oh God, please, somebody. He's gonna say un cookies next, right? Oh, he said it. Christ, it's a biscuit, you asshole. And like why they do that? There are several distinct North American Frenches, right? There's Quebecois, there's Franco-Ontarian, there's the weirdness they speak in New Brunswick. There's even like an Albertan. I mean, they're all sort of similar and they're all really different than the European. And then like the Africans don't sound like Europeans either. So why we get this colonial crap thrown at us? And is this political? This is not political. This is cultural. Anyways, whatever. I'm gonna let it go. But yes, a lot of people are saddled with that, and they shouldn't be. It's not fair to
them. There's good political and there's bad political. The bad political sparks a real heated argument in chat, which you have to shut down. The good political is nobody minds. They're just really curious to hear what you have to say on the subject.
Yeah. Look at this. What Grace says. I occasionally notice some differences in Canadian versus American pronunciation of words like process. Canadians pronounce with a long O.
Process.
That's not 100% true, but it definitely, there's a lot more process up here than process, but there are both. Absolutely.
I find it funny when people like Sean Alaska say roof.
Yeah, that's weird because I have
Jones Act Survival is rough.
Yeah.
I'm going to work on the rough this meeting. What?
I went to school with a kid who said roof, and I was like, that sounds American to me. I like Darth's question here. But greatest cartoon intro or theme song? Mine is Mask.
I don't know what that is. That's a weird out of left field question.
I know, but I'm kind of enchanted by it because of that. Like, do you have a favorite sort of cartoon theme song?
I guess it would have to be The Simpsons. I think it was a Danny Elfman piece.
Danny Elfman is legit, dude.
Danny Elfman is the boss.
Before he was doing all this, he was in a band called Oingo Boingo, and they did a
really,
yeah, and they did a version of that song, girl, was it? You really got me now. You got me so I can't sleep at night. You know that song? Oingo Boingo's version is really crazy. It's not the weirdest thing they've done, but it's really good.
No, I gotta look it up. I love Danny Elfman ever since Nightmare on Elm Street. Nightmare Before Christmas.
Before Christmas.
Well, those are two different movies.
What's this? Yeah, those are not the same movie. But yeah, I love Danny Elfman as well. I think he's
I was, I
second to
was
none.
I was blown away by Nightmare Before Christmas. Like just absolutely blown away. Like
Yeah, I
after
loved
that, I
it.
was a huge fan.
Yeah. Darth Vader says Robotech had a great theme song too. Okay, so my favorite cartoon theme songs would be, you know what you just reminded me of? I saw one of those music YouTubers, like he was a jazz pianist who does a lot of sort of deep dives into, like he did a great episode on the theme song, I think it was for Genshin Impact, which was a Japanese video game. He did an episode trying to figure out what the hell was going on in the Transformers theme song, because it kind of breaks a few rules in terms of timing and stuff. I think that might have to do with, an edit on the video cutting room floor kind of thing more than anything else. But I have residual warmth towards the theme song from the first season of Ranma One Half. It's not a great theme song by any stretch, but I loved that anime. And the first season especially. It's funny because from the second season on, they made all these changes because it was absolutely dying in the ratings in Japan.
So
But
what was the anime?
Ranma One Half,
Grandma.
yeah, anime by Rumiko Takahashi. She also did like Maison Koku and like a whole bunch of things. She's one of the big movers and shakers in anime. Wow, this got geeky fast.
I still got 19 people watching, so
Yeah, sorry folks. But yeah, because Darth Vader mentioned Robotech, reminded me that the theme song from the first season of Ranma One Half, silly and cutesy, but because that was me discovering the show and loving the show, and I have the manga in Japanese on my um Shosbinush, where you put the books. Christ, Jesse.
bookshelf.
Thanks. Yes.
Sometimes we're about to lose you.
Yeah. Oh,
Bring him in. Bring him back.
almost lost me there. But anyways, yeah, I thought the Robotech one was pretty good too. But
Actually, what if I can interrupt here? If we're talking about TV shows as well, especially anime TV shows, the first Ghost in the Shell TV show, SAC, what is it? I forget. Anyway, the theme song to that show is one of my favorite songs of all time. Not just theme songs of all time, but one of my favorite songs.
is this like the Netflix show, or was there a previous anime, like
There was
the movie?
There was a previous. Okay, so there was a movie, Ghost in the Shell,
The
where
music
she
for
fights
which
that
was really, really crazy good.
tank, where she fights the tank at the end. But
Yeah.
then there was a TV show, SAC. I can't remember. Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah, I've
Section
been
anyway.
watching it on Netflix.
And the
Good
first
song.
season of that, the theme song for the first season of that is wonderful.
Good show.
As I said, one of my favorite songs of all time.
Oh, you know what you just reminded me of? You and Darth Vader just reminded me of one of the music for Cowboy Bebop, not the stupid Netflix live action. Although that music is okay too, but not man, Cowboy Bebop, man. The music, holy crap. Whew. So good.
If I play a video here on YouTube, will it play the audio?
No,
I'm not going to play the whole thing.
We're not going to hear the audio.
No?
Well, you could try. I keep trying.
Hold on a second.
No, we're just going to wait. We're just going to sit here waiting.
Okay, it's cool.
Feeling bad about ourselves. I think somebody
Can you hear that?
No. Drop the link in the side chat and we'll all go and listen to it. Like right the hell now. Country Boy apparently loses it when I love my English. I hate it when I lose my English because I'm supposed to be an Anglo, but in this house we speak the local throat disease, I like to call it. whereas it's a mélange, and I find it kind of embarrassing when I lose my my Hanglish. When I lose my Hanglish, I find it embarrassing. Open the link in a new tab so that I can listen to it later.
It's funny because I remember watching that show one morning. It's probably in the morning, and when the theme song was playing, and City Girl walked into the room because she'd never seen the show before, never heard the theme song, and she stopped and she's listening, and she looks at me and goes, "That's one hell of a theme song." And for City Girl to say that about a theme song for an anime or a cartoon or whatever, is something.
Well, a lot of the quality of music in Japanese, like anime and games and stuff, is crazy good. Like we've come a long way from the very first Final Fantasy.
It's funny because I was replaying Final Fantasy the last couple of days on my iPad, and loving the music. I was like, God, this is really good for the early '90s. This is really good.
It's hard to forget that we're looking back at something that's over a decade old now.
Over a decade, like 3 decades old.
Yeah. Holy crap! Yeah, you're right. Jeez. He's gonna go and see a Man About a Hearse. Country Boy says, reminds me of my grandmother switching to Gaelic when she was pissed off. Yeah, I know that I'm in a lot of trouble if the missus sort of unconsciously switches to French. I'm like, oh, I'm in trouble. Just taking a look. I kind of want to hear this song that Russell tried to save. Sharing music from the desktop, like online on the Mac OS, is really frustrating. It's a garbage experience. It's why I stopped doing my members only editing videos, live streams, because nobody could hear what I was editing.
I think you actually got to play the video file.
Yeah, you got to dump it on your on your hard drive and play from there. Okay, but you know what? It's 11:20. 3 more minutes, and then I'm shutting right down because I was supposed to shut it down at 11:15. You know what I'm saying?
Did you watch the Ghost in the Shell series on TV?
And it looks like not this series. There's a series on Netflix right now that is computer animated.
I've seen it.
I'm trying to remember what it was called.
Yeah, Ghost in the Shell something lovable series. I really liked it.
I liked it too
because it had the whole post-human thing going on.
Yeah.
Like it's something when they burst into that house and they're all got their guns and stuff, and that they're like, comes the post-human. They're all shooting at it, and it's doing all this weird.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
like why can't we hit it?
Yeah, it's a good show.
Oh, and you know what? There's that one part where she's jacked into the thing.
Yeah.
And it starts taking over. It's like it's a malware or something starts taking over, and she's like, "Saito, fire!" And you way in the background behind her, you see this bit of light going beep.
Yeah.
And a second later, the guy's brains go all over the place.
And that's what I like about that show is it really, really sticks to the original manga and the original movie. It really it's a real homage,
Well, I'm not. I never seen the original manga, but I've heard that the major was a real. In the original manga, she was she didn't follow orders very well. She talked back to the boss a lot and shit like that. But
I think there's a bit of that. I have the manga over there. Maybe I'll read it after we're done here. I'll read the whole thing.
You have the manga over there. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll take a look at it.
There's a snooty comment.
No, dude, I'm talking about manga. I'm 51. I'm talking about manga, for God's sake. That was definitely not a manga aimed at children, though. That was an adult manga.
Oh, well, no kidding.
Darth Vader says he misses the editing videos. Okay, so maybe I should bring him back. I just felt so frustrated because I couldn't get the sound happening. But me,
Well,
I meant to do that.
if you can, you're using Streamlabs desktop? Because, I mean, I do the same thing. We can get this working.
No, the problem is in the OS. It's in the way sound works on Mac OS. I've read everything I can trying to get this work and trying to get this to work, and it's a freaking Mac OS problem.
First step, you know what the first step is, of course?
Believing?
Destroy Apple and all their products and their company.
I don't like the company, but the tech I feel is the best for, right? Especially because I've talked about this ad nauseum, so we're gonna let it go. But it is now 11:30, so I'm really going to go to bed so that I don't suck at work tomorrow. And I feel that if we cut her short right now, I'm going to leave you guys begging for more, which is how you want to do it.
So, sorry, did they just snort? I think it snorted.
You totally. I sort of did too, though. So we're okay. We're okay, Russell. So I do want to say, I want to reiterate what the poll said. Is that 40%? Yeah. Okay. 40%, 42% of you. Oh, for God's sakes. Maybe Mama Moo. 42% of you wanted to see holiday food as the next live stream, with 35% as Christmassy cabins.
Maybe we can do both.
I was going to say maybe we can do a melange of those two.
A melange.
You know, holiday food for the first half, Christmassy cabins for the second.
Oh, there's Carol.
Yeah. Good night, Carol. Good night, everyone.
No, it's not Carol. It's Carol.
Good night, Carole. Bonsoir, Carole. À la prochaine.
Bijou.
And for yeah, Darth Vader says do both. Yeah, I think we'll do both of those. Holiday food and Christmas.
That's what she said.
Really? I'm trying to shut us down and you're like throwing bombs into the mix. So between now and next,
I may have been drinking. I don't know.
Nobody knows.
I'm the two-fister here.
Oh, you've still got some whiskey? I finished all my I finished the bottle.
And a
so between now and next week, please, everybody, please be safe, be sane, be healthy, and be kind to one another.
And don't forget to pea soup.